When I was 5 years old, my mom always gets angry with me because I always end up not doing my homework. I struggle to sit down in a chair for about 30 minutes to concentrate on my task. Mom always says she's frustrated, but I don't know how to get myself to stay focused. I easily get distracted, that also build up my frustration to myself. I remember when we have family gatherings, my relative says, "What a hyperactive child. They should not bring their child here." Even if I want to stay focused and stay still, my brain can't stop for long enough. I just need to keep going. I also remember that I accidentally hit my sister when we are playing. My dad says I was so aggressive that they separate me and my sister's playroom. Back then, I cannot understand my parents and relatives because I thought I was just a normal kid like the others. After I was diagnosed, questions pop up in my mind. Will I be fit in the society? How can I cope up with these struggles? Can my life be better?
If at first it was difficult for my family to accept the situation that I am in right now, what more about the world? If they laugh at me for a reason, it wasn't because of the happiness I gave them, but the ridicule they made. Everybody's eyes are on me, not because I'm famous or beautiful, but because I am different. How can I be normal in their eyes? Will I ever experience getting high grades? Will I know how it feels to be surrounded by people who are proud of me?
My friends used to call me impulsive because I always act without thinking. Little do they know that everything to me is now. I live in a permanent present and have a hard time learning from the past or looking into the future to see the inescapable consequences of my action that cause me to have trouble learning from experience. My experience in life is more intense, more passionate than the normal. I have low threshold for outside sensory experiences because my day-to-day experience with my five senses and my thoughts is always on high volume. I am always overwhelmed by life experiences because its intensity is so high, and I hope my friends know that.
If my friends don't even have the slightest clue of what I'm going through, how much more to strangers? Those strangers keep on staring at me as if I'm doing something weird. Am I? They look so mystified and frustrated by me. They seem to be curious of how super focused I am when interested, but challenged and unable to start and keep my attention on things that are personally boring. It's not that I don't want to accomplish things or I can't do the task. It's a lifelong frustration of being uncertain if I will be able to engage whenever needed. When others depend on me and I can do what I'm expected to, I sometimes see myself as someone not worth depending on, and then I doubt myself if I can really do anything right at all. I also feel ashamed of how unreliable I am. But how can I resist and change when it's part of who I am?
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is one of the most common mental disorders among children. Based on the meta-analysis of 175 research studies worldwide on ADHD prevalence in children aged 18 and under found an overall pooled estimate of 7.2%. That's roughly 129 million children out of the worldwide population. Meanwhile, according to the ADHD Society of the Philippines, ADHD affects estimated 3 to 5% of the local population aged 0 to 14 years. Persons with ADHD suffer from a condition characterized by age-inappropriate hyperactivity, impulsivity, or poor attention span. Symptoms often are severe enough to cause impairments in academic and social functioning. In many cases, this leads to self-esteem, very poor academic performance, and serious behavioral problems. Many children with the disorder will continue to have symptoms in adulthood, although hyperactivity tends to decrease with age. ADHD affects not only the patient but also those involved in the patient's life. In line with this, we now live in a time where people are becoming more accepting of the issue regarding mental disorders that we considered unacceptable, intolerable, and disgraceful back then. However, we still have a long way to go as there are still many people out there who are close-minded about this matter, who in the society chooses to criticize rather than to understand. People who do not understand cases of people with ADHD tends to neglect and mock them. They become less accepting. Perhaps the reason behind this is that they don't have enough knowledge and interaction with people who have ADHD. They see people with ADHD as lazy, unmotivated, or as a result of bad parenting. Furthermore, people with ADHD can also come across as detached or feeling antisocial because of the tendency that they need more time alone than others so that they can give their brain a rest. This results to having little or no friends at all. It's really a struggle for them to communicate with other people and also to showcase their ability as they have the tendency to lose focus. That is why at the end of the day, they feel neglected and outcast by the people around them. This is why it is inevitable for us to recognize not just their struggles but also their strength, their potential to become great on their own. It will all boil down to being recognized and accepted by their environment. The true essence of having interaction with them is that it gives them hope that they are being understood and that we believe in them. People with ADHD have so much potential in them, and what we have to do is give them a chance. Having this condition doesn't and shouldn't hinder a person from getting the same opportunity, recognition, and respect that we get as normal people. That is why we want to advocate You Matter, an ADHD success story that entails story of struggle and success of people with ADHD.
People who have these conditions are rarely given the same opportunities as people who don't. And because of this, many very talented individuals go unnoticed and never reach their full potential. Nowadays, people are quick to judge based on your appearance and on the things that you can and you can't do. You can't keep up with everyone else because you're different. If you have this kind of disability, no matter how good you are in your field, some people will still see you as someone inferior, as someone who will never be a valued member of society. They will doubt your abilities and capabilities to function as an individual. They will invalidate the things that you were good at. In short, they will never see you as someone who is equal as them. These are only few of the problems that they are experiencing. The world we are in has been merely showing us a standard type of people who are beautiful, normal, and ideal. It also dictates us of who we are, who we will be, and what we are capable of. Saying things such as you can't do this and you can't do that. But what can people like me can really do? Life with a child or teen with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder can be frustrating and overwhelming. But as a concerned member of the society, we can help them overcome their daily challenges, channel their energy into positive arenas, and bring greater peace to them. The earlier and consistent we are in addressing their problems, the greater chance they have for success in life. People who have ADHD can also be a productive member of society if only we give them a chance to access equal opportunities. By giving them the right acknowledgement and helping them to reach their full potential, then we can see their contribution and how important they are to our society. We just hope that this will happen. We want a world where disabled people learn to have healthy relationships alongside their able peers, where disabled people are seen as valuable friends, lovers, partners, spouses, not in spite of their disability, but because disability adds to the fullness and beauty of their being.